Any of those kind of close-range aggressive brawls, so he knows how to play them. I think that is a saving grace potentially here for CraZe Clan, in my opinion.
Yeah, I love how Rama is also rocking the shield star power, just getting that extra little tankiness, you know, by making sure that you don't get sniped out too easily. But this is going to be very much early versus late game sort of comes, right? CraZe, they want the map to be as you know, close range as possible. Use those bounces, walls at your advantage to close the gap or get some nice bounces going. Stamina, it's a whole different story. They want to open everything up, play range because they outrange everyone here. Still, you know, the gas is eventually gonna force them close to each other, and this is really where things could get dangerous for Stamina if they're not able to find some openings or at least some damage before that.
I like to trust star power as well on the side of Rama for Divine Souls to keep that energy shield there. Will allow to push in the early game, but one residue pops from Meow in the early stages to really close the gap now as things get very tight. This is where Rama can really thrive. A nice roundhouse kick there. He's very low on HP, just enough to seal the deal though, but only just. Definitely very close on all sides, but CraZe played that perfect.
Yeah, this is the round where things get more dangerous for CraZe though, because was that Jaden super, that's going to be even less walls. Now he is going to start having a really tough time finding bounces. Going to use a super as well, not really finding any connections with that. And now Stamina, if they can find some big tags before that final engagement, they really stand a chance, but they got to make sure they're really careful about Rama pushing forward, because earlier he pretty much single-handedly turned things around for CraZe.
Good tap so far from Jetson and Lenan and targeting Rama. I think it's the wise call. That's a nice tap there as well on the right-hand side from Lenan, but now Rama coming in with the roundhouse kick. Jetson survives with the help of Lenan as well. So 3 versus 1. Now he's surely looking just to get super at this point, because I don't see how there's any way out of this trap here, especially with the pinch coming in. It's really a question of, you know, can SCMN get a shot on before it goes down? Skyx will get one for himself. That will help a long way going into this third and final round. But like you say, Teddy, the map now is completely open, and, you know, CraZe plan now a bit of a disadvantage, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be hard, especially without a super on Rama. He has been what's made the difference so far for CraZe, but all tied up and with an open map. Meow in danger, is going to fall. No trade just yet, although Jaden is quite aggressive. Rama trying to get that super going is going to... I mean, yeah, we're back. All right, perfect. Perfect.
Man, but I did like the way the CraZe Clan tried to use as much utility as possible early on. I like to see a bit more residue actually from Meow. It did catch Jetson off guard at one point though. He didn't quite spot it, and I do like that about that mechanic though, because it does catch you off guard and does have a lot of transparency to it. Let's see though, as CraZe Clan now already again a bit of a disadvantage on this right-hand side. Jetson just powering through with, again, like the continuation of these gadgets, and SCMN have chosen, in my opinion, a great comp to be able to counter this early on.
Yeah, I completely agree, especially, you know, if they're able to open up the map, it's just going to make each following round harder and harder for CraZe. Rama shouldn't be far from a super though. Let's see if he can put it to good use. Has been a little bit underwhelming in the last 2 rounds we got to watch from them, as he struggled to get up close. Always ended up going down before he could really start causing big damage. Now in a tough position, forced out to gadget. Rama though was a great super, finds a follow-up kill. A nice one shot, so is Jaden. And this should be first round for CraZe once more.
So Jetson in that last game actually used the super on that back middle pocket. Kind of surprised, in all honesty, because ideally you really want to land that to make it a 2 versus 3, or to give yourself an advantage on in numbers. Risky play. I mean, I can see why he doesn't want to get caught up by the Fang. As coming in now, Rama jumps away as Lenan, and a nice amount of defensive capabilities there. 3 versus 1. SCMN should be able to make light work of this one, and they do so, tying things up in the rounds.
Yeah, well played by Stamina, as they'll get to carry over that Brock super as well. Might be used off the bat to remove those walls, or try to get some damage on a player. Yeah, it's going to be the walls instead. Let's see how this potentially final round of knockout ends. As I said it earlier, this is an important match for both teams. Really really want to get this opening set going their way. Now, it was a great super, a lot of damage onto Scarix, but not enough for a kill. Rama goes in, maybe a little bit too early. His teammates were still too far behind, and now it's going to be a 2 versus 3 in Stamina's advantage.
Stamina ready for it every single time. That's a nice takedown there again from Jetta, making it this 3 versus 1. The same old story, and it is done.
You need to know exactly when to super in, and I feel like that's what CraZe were struggling with in the previous set, where at times they kind of felt like they had to go in, and usually when that's the case, it's not on your own terms, and it can lead to some very tough fights. Now we're gonna be very low HP, but still alive, especially with the heals from Rama helping out, resetting those HPs. And so far, CraZe able to pick up the blue star and the temporary lead. Therefore, let's see how Stamina push forward.
Yeah, the reduction in the residue has been pretty substantial, actually, on Squeak's side of things. We had a little bit of a patch this week, taking the duration down from 20 seconds to 10 seconds, but I still feel like Squeak is just in a fantastic place. We didn't see him at all realistically last week. Now we're getting a little bit of a chance to see him, and I like that. At the moment, CraZe Clan are on the back foot, which is actually going to help their comp, running the air superiority then on the side of Naui, or if actually doing rather field promotion, giving that HP buff. Over time, if STMN don't push this, there's going to be more HP, more tankiness on the side of CraZe Clan, and that's a serious consideration when it comes to the late game.
Yeah, I agree. I like this approach quite a bit, especially if you manage to get the blue star, then it's going to be very much at your advantage. We'll see how long they keep that up. A little bit of a lane swap as Meow moves over to the left side, and Rama and Naui are now on right. 30 seconds left, means the final push is imminent here for Stamina if they don't want to give away this game to CraZe.
Jen has that super, and that's dangerous. But Rama has his as well. Gonna pop a gadget there for the healing up as well. They know this push is coming in, it's coming in now. Nice placements there from Scarix, forcing out Meow. And Jetson going on the right-hand side does get a takedown. That's 2 stars. Esmond of the lead, but now he coming in. They should be able to bank this. Yes, they do. They capture him in the corner. 3 seconds. I don't think this is going to connect. I think CraZe are just about clear.
Away a little bit too easily. Didn't really manage to punish CraZe whatsoever for it. And I think they have a little bit more of a mid presence already. And look at that, Jen immediately going for the blue star. Know that if they don't, it's going to be an uphill battle that they don't really want to fight with the field promotion star power onto Naui. That basically makes them stronger every second passing by. I think it's a good call. And even though they're still going to be getting stronger every second, now it's CraZe that needs to push, and that automatically gives them a slight disadvantage.
Yeah, great call. I think that definitely plays a role here, but at the same time, if they feed me out, then being back in this spawn with a pipe of no super and no way to defend against it could also go against this, but it is the only play that they can make. Lannan could break the size here as well, but goes for the taps, and that's a great way to tie things up there. STMN extending their lead, going in on Naui whilst they got the chance as well. Some sandbags down for defense later on. 5 stars and the blue star lead for STMN, looking far, far better than before.
Yeah, this is a terrific start for Stamina. Looking great here. Potentially a match point on the line if they're able to keep it up like that. But slowly, CraZe are gaining some more ground, getting more aggressive. Squeak Super not going to find too much of a connection. Meow is going to get the double stun, but no double kill as he does end up going down without taking anyone with him. And that's big because that star count, it just keeps extending for Stamina. And CraZe, they need some more kills here. Not going to be incredibly low HP. Does survive off for now. Rama not securing the kill, which maybe would have been preferable, but he does end up falling back. And it's only 3 stars now, setting both teams apart. Now we're just barely surviving that engagement as we get into the last 10 seconds of this game.
Yes, and they're coming in nicely as well. 12 stars now. STMN really are starting to turn all the screws. That'll be match point for them. CraZe Clan just energy and coordination with their teammates. I think maybe lacking a little bit in terms of communication. This comp has got legs, though. That's the thing. And at this point in time, I think, they've got to try to really find the composure. Again, this is a huge moment for them. If they can't find it within themselves now to bring this one back, they're not going to be having any opportunity except maybe some tiebreakers later on down the lines, which may come into play. This could be a huge moment here for STMN.
Yeah, absolutely. So CraZe clan, however, are going to be the ones to pick up the blue star this time around. Last time they did, they picked up the entire game afterwards. Let's see if they can push things to a third set, as we do have some mild aggression on the right-hand side. Jenin getting his super reloaded. Lana a little over-aggressive there on the Piper. Probably was hoping to unlock his super, was one more shot and be able to jump away, but instead that's going to extend the lead here for CraZe as they sit on 3 stars, and Stamina are going to be fighting an uphill battle.
Yeah, this is much better from CraZe, and Meow definitely a big threat here for consideration. Jetin has got super, but again, just has to time it well. He doesn't want to necessarily feed or let alone give any kind of stars away. Good heals there from Run to Meow as well. But Jetin's position just keeps the pressure on. Nice jump away as well for the breakthrough. Will help Lenan considerably so as time is ticking. 30 seconds now remain, and I do like the positioning power here from SDMN. They're starting to really tie this one up a little bit better than they were at the beginning.
Yeah, Meow needs to be careful though. Gonna go for the dash in. Jetin goes down. No trade as the heals are on point from Rama. Lenan getting tagged up as well. This one will end his life, and a third set is looking incredibly likely unless we get a big clutch here from Stamina. Jetin gets his invis out in a pretty unfortunate timing right in front of the bush. A final push coming through, but it's not going to result in anything here. If you can hit some nice 3K shots with Ram on the Nani from afar, it can definitely work as well. I like him on the mid here. It's a wise decision, but they don't really have a way of opening things up on the left side, so Meow is not going to be able to overextend too much either.
Now he's going to be looking to get his peep as quickly as possible. That will keep STMN on the back foot, but Lenan as well looking to try to earn his. Those are the 2 brawlers realistically that have the most weight in bringing back the flow of actions, so look out for those 2 players in particular. Jetin giving some nice heals over to Lenan, and now he has got peep now. I'm sure running warp to be able to TP then, teleport onto your opposition safe and bring back the flow of action. We shall see though. Both teams as well just looking to kind of build up even more so in terms of support. The life plant for Rama will serve as a nice deterrent of this Bane on the right hand side. Gets the heal off the back of it despite being full HP, but nonetheless just kind of wastes a bit of time.
Yeah, it's hard for Naui to even get to use his speed, because if he does, I can guarantee that Jetin and Lenan are going to be running at him, trying to get some free shots for that super, especially Lenan so far not able to get a single super just yet. And now he knows that, playing it incredibly safe. And although so far they are going to be the ones taking a little bit of early damage, it might be a worth it call, as the TP should be coming through any second now, and this is really where some damage can burst down. It's just going to be a 1-for-1 trade in the end, not really that worth it, although CraZe have a 2% lead.
Yeah, and sometimes in Heist is all you need, but I don't feel like the scoreline will remain the same, not with these 2 teams. They're too aggressive, they want it too much again. MSI within the grasp for both sides in this 3rd and final set. It's going to be an eventful day, and yeah, here comes another peep from Naui coming in now. Definitely consideration. Nice sandbags from Skyx, but nothing for it, and look at that. Forced Lenan back as well. The takedown was there. I feel like that may have been a bit of a misplay from CraZe.
Yeah, that's the thing. They had so much control Stamina, despite not getting a single Fang super until just now. Whenever he got it, that's really where the damage output amplifies for Stamina. 15 seconds left, and CraZe need a final push, and that's going to be a nice super from Lenan. That's free damage on safe. No one can really defend, because right now, CraZe, they need to attack, they need to defend everything at the same time, and I think time is running out. A little bit of final damage. Can they do it? No.
Men are exactly where they want to be. You know, if they are to get reverse swept in this 3rd and final set and they lose, they are knocked out of the running for MSI. Just to clarify, CraZe Clan, if they are to lose, still have a chance, but it's going to depend greatly on OGS and their performance today. And again, you need to take responsibility of that. You can't be hoping on another team to do so realistically here. They need to turn this around. They need to turn it around fast. SMN, match point for them.
Oh, some great shots there onto now. He's going to be very low HP. Lenan, and this is the thing. He gets some free shots there. Now he forced to TP out to prevent that, but now he's stuck in a tough position. Will end up going down. Scarix pushing forward. Ram not really able to take him out, and that's going to be some nice early damage, giving the lead for Stamina so far. Though a nice crossfire from Meow is able to find some shots here and there, but with the healing from Jet, and no one is going down from Stamina's side.
Like the freeze frame there for Meow, getting some good value, but in terms of the damage, you know, it might have been better to actually just kind of secure and lock that in. As a result, it's just that 1% for CraZe and 13% damage on the side of STMN, who continue just to keep the shots firing in. A Fang Shu here and there still does damage, despite just being a little bit. It's still more than at the moment. CraZe kind of placing down themselves, just trying to keep the mid in lock. He's low on HP, and that is something that will be of a consideration for him, as now he takes the mid roll. CraZe needs to really get some takedowns and start to turn this game around just a little bit better, because STMN is not slowing down.
Yeah, they're really not. Every time the Nine gets a super, that's some free shots on safe, and so far that's been making the difference as Rama pushes forward, is able to get to kill, might just get the second, as Skyrix is still alive for now, getting a couple more shots down, but finally somewhat of a team wipe, although Lena does respawn, and that is gonna make it a little bit harder for CraZe to get any damage. They barely get anything out of that push so far, and with 30 seconds left, they still have quite a bit of catching up to do, but they have the positioning to do so.
That is the thing. That is a big factor here. Oh, look how low as well everyone is on the side of STMN. They've got to have this damage come down. Skyrix does get a very important takedown on the left-hand side. He'll be able to push forwards now. He's got damage gear going as well along the way to give himself even more damage on the safe. Look at the base rate. It's going right now. It's 37% on the either side. Skyrix goes down.
Word.
Oh, my word. The piercing damage of the Byron.